Terri, you had intended to share some news with the congregation at our celebration potluck on March 29th, but those plans got derailed. Why don't you share with us what your news is? News.
Well, I was planning to share that I'm going to be retiring. I plan to retire and have a little bit of a rest. It's time, I think. I think it's about that time for me. It'll be good for me.
Well, how long have you worked here at the Journey?
Actually, by the time I leave, will be 34 and a half years as secretary for First Baptist Church, aka the Journey Church.
34 and a half years.
Yes, yes.
Terri, how many pastors have you worked for?
10, but that includes you too.
How did you come to First Baptist in the first place?
I came here because my family were coming here. My mom, my grandma, my aunt, my uncle, my cousin. So that's why I came.
How did you come to work here as the secretary?
Well, I was pretty green in the faith, and I remember driving down Highway 49, taking my son to meet up with Rick Bergstrom to do a hike across who knows where. And I asked the Lord, and I said, Lord, I really need a job, but I'm weak, and I asked for a job around Christians because that's what I needed. And it was the next week that Pastor George Fletcher and Charlie Stalker approached me and asked me if I would want to take on the position of secretary. So that was my answer to prayer.
What's been one of the highlights of working at First Baptist and the Journey?
The people. Yeah, the people. Yeah.
What's been one of the big challenges?
Probably the people. But it's the 10 pastors too, Every pastor was different. They all had their ways of doing things.
So when is your last day going to be, Terri?
June 30th. During the month of July, I am going to take the month of July off, away from the church, just to rest. I'm wanting to learn some things. I want to do more, hiking and walking and just be more active. I want to be more involved at the Foothill Pregnancy Center and the post-abortion ministries there. I want to learn to knit. So watch out, Pat Clark. And then I want to take some cooking classes.
As Terri said, her last day in the office here will be June 30th. She fully intends to come back to the Journey and to continue to be a part of this church that has been her home and her family for 30 plus years. And we're looking forward to the new opportunities that will open for Terri as well as for others in the congregation. But I want to let you know that Terri's retirement has been something in the works long before this current crisis. It is not precipitated by financial needs, as she has shared with me so many times. It is simply, it's time. We're going to be giving you opportunity to formally recognize and thank and celebrate Terri in mid to late June. We'll be able to have a big celebration for Terri. I'm so grateful to be your pastor. I'm so grateful to Terri for her key part of this ministry for 30 years and personally for me over the last 2 years. Thanks.